So if you want to leave a smart arse review, or you want to watch a slow-paced film, go and watch Lawrence of Arabia and review that.
Or The Odyssey.
No disrespect to
Lawrence of Arabia.
No disrespect to film critics. Rant over.
Welcome back to Geek, Gambit. So, we are a week after watching Brand New Day, which came out last week. It did. That's why we're a week after watching it. So, basically what we're going to do, we've had some time to think about it. We've had some time to review it against the other films as well. And basically today, what we're going to do is rank it against the other Spider-Man. So, first things first, what were your initial thoughts?
Right, I thought it was a near enough perfect Spider-Man film.
Why?
Well, I thought it had just the right amount of action. I thought it was fast paced. It had a lot going on.
I agree.
It was a good Peter Parker film and a good Spider-Man film. The balance of the two was perfect.
Yeah.
The fight scenes were incredible. The action was really good. I thought Destin Daniel Cretton's first Spider-Man film was a worthy addition to the MCU.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
I thought the dynamic between Peter Parker and Spider-Man with near enough every character who he was interacting with was excellent.
Yeah. Who were your top three people that he reacted with?
Well, Punisher. I thought that was top. I thought it was like a little bit of a buddy cop film.
Yeah.
Where they were bouncing off each other. I really want to know what went on in Staten Island.
Well, it sounds like he saved his life, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. And what's really good about the Punisher in Spider-Man is it shows that they can take him from being R-rated, or you can take him from being in a show or a special presentation like he was in, where he swears a lot, where he kills a lot of people, and it's a lot gory, and they can switch the tone and have him still be the same character. Yeah. And just
into a Spider-Man film and
just not doing all that.
Yeah, don't wash him out. Keep him as his character.
Not as violent. But then don't wash him out. He was still Frank Castle.
Yeah. It reminded me of when he was in a bit of like Daredevil.
Yeah.
Like obviously in Daredevil it did have that action, it did have like a lot of killing, but that interaction that he used to have with Daredevil himself, I thought was quite similar to how he was with Peter Parker.
It was similar, but it also was like he was more of a friend to Spider-Man.
And it was really nice at the fact that it wasn't just introducing, like we were introduced in the middle of it. We were introduced to a past that they'd already had, and we are there guessing it. Like it wasn't like, oh, let's reintroduce Spider-Man, let's reintroduce him with other people, let's do like Uncle Ben again. Do you know what I mean? It was like just really thrusting us into the middle of it all, like did with Tom Holland in the first place.
Yeah, without a doubt. And then obviously going back to Frank, I think because he knows he was a kid, he wasn't as he wasn't as hard on him like he is to Daredevil. But he did shoot him. Twice. Do you know what I mean? True. So, but because he knows he can take it. I mean, the first one when they were in the tank and he was like, Spider-Man webbed his gun away and he just got another one and shot him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then the second one, obviously, it wasn't him shooting him. Like he didn't mean to shoot him. But
and what else I really liked about it was for me a perfect carry-on to No Way Home in terms of. He's older now. It's been 4 years. MJ and Ned have been at college for 4 years. They've come back.
Yeah.
He's well more mature. The film was so much more mature than the last three.
Yeah. But it was more mature concepts as well. I feel like that, him being alone, isolated, everyone forgetting about him, introducing the Punisher, introducing Jean Grey, who has gone through a lot of stuff that a teenager shouldn't really have gone through.
Yeah, spoiler alert, by the way.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
You shouldn't be watching it, let's be honest, if you've not.
But so there was a lot of mature concepts going on, especially his mutations going on as well. That I feel like is a mature concept to the idea of Spider-Man. Everyone just expects Spider-Man to be the same as he always is, and not really struggle with his actual the reason why he is Spider-Man. Do you know what I mean? And I think that was really cool to see.
With that being said, then, what's your thoughts on Jean Grey? What's your thoughts on them including Jean Grey in that film, and then how they delivered it?
I don't understand why she's being introduced right now, when Secret Wars is about to happen. It does. I see what they're gonna want to take it into Secret Wars. Is she not even meant to be in Secret Wars?
She is in Secret Wars.
She is in Secret Wars. So it's been confirmed. So she's there, but then also they're gonna take her through to it. But it just feels like a bit of a unnatural way to just bring it into the MCU. I felt like I would have liked to have seen a bit more of a setup into Spider-Man's world in New York, but we did also see that as well. So it is like, if you are sat in that drawing room, who is the type of character you're going to want to bring in as a villain who's going to leave that lasting impression? So I understand it like that, but it does feel a bit unnatural to first introduce Jean Grey into a Spider-Man film.
Okay, so I feel like that is a realistic point on that, to be honest. I do, but I also think, why not?
Yeah, exactly.
Why not?
What have you got to lose right now?
To be fair, there was a quote that Destin Daniel Cretton said about this, which I want to read out actually.
While Ryan is looking for this, what was your overall rating out of 10? Before we get into the nitty-gritty.
I'm not gonna rate it yet, because I don't want to give anything away
before we do our rankings.
Yeah.
Would you say it's worth watching?
100%.
100%. You heard it here first. 100%.
For me, it was, like I said, it was a near perfect Spider-Man film. Okay, so a lot of people have been saying that Jean Grey was forced upon Destin Daniel Cretton by the powers that be.
I can see that.
Because they want to set up future films.
Yeah.
But
in setting up future films, the end credit scene does do that, because if he's off-world or it's a different Spider-Man, that does connect to what's happening with Doomsday and with Secret Wars. So was it worth it bringing in Jean Grey right now?
It was not a mandate by the MCU, it was a request that we asked.
Oh.
So he wanted to do it.
Yeah. But then it does go down to who can they bring into the Spider-Man films now, that it isn't just going to be like bringing in Mysterio and Vulture or Lizard or all them. They've done all that. It's nice to set up the Sinister Six again, but what will it do then other than repeat what all the other Spider-Man films have done?
So that's another good thing, another good point, because it's something we've never seen before.
Yeah.
And so Amy Pascal, who is obviously one of the producers of Spider-Man, she works for Sony, she said Destin Daniel Cretton was the one who asked for Jean Grey. He came in and said, if you guys want to do a movie that is about the way people feel isolated, even more today than ever because of our technology and everything else,
you need to
and not just young people but everybody, but it has afflicted young people so much. If we can do a movie that is about reaching out and making a connection to someone is the most important thing that you can do, then I understand how to do this movie.
Interesting.
And then he was the one who said, I really think it would be great if the villain could be a teenager instead of all the monsters we've done in the past.
Yeah.
Because the other truth about Peter Parker is the best stories are when the villains have the same problem that he does, in the anonymity and feeling isolated.
Yeah.
It just seemed like the right story to tell for today, because it's something that we can all relate to.
I guess that. Like, that's like, I think something that I am missing is, like, characters like Black Cat. And people who sort of relate to him and he gets on with, but then he's also coming up against, like, as a villain esque type. So I feel like what you just said there does fit into that hole that I think we are missing with him, where there's relatable people that are in his world who aren't necessarily on his side, but do look out for him, and they do have interactions to each other that are quite friendly. A bit like Frank.
Yeah.
And a bit like Jean Grey, Black Cat, like all these people, the Hulk.
Yeah.
Like, but the actual Hulk, not Banner.
Well, we haven't
are all
spoken
people
about,
who were like that.
we haven't spoken about the Hulk yet. How good was he?
Yeah,
Come
he
on.
was so good.
That is the
best
Hulk.
Hulk. That is the best Hulk.
That is the Hulk, not friggin' smart Hulk. He's done me head in for years.
I know, but I feel like having that like thirst for an actual Hulk who is about like 20 foot tall, they had the size of him, the sheer size of him,
Yeah,
and like
it felt.
Yeah, and do you know what? It was nice. It felt like he was alien to us. And then in that moment when Peter was like, "I am your friend," it was like the Hulk had come back to us. Do you know what I mean? And it was like it was like seeing him again.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But
Yeah,
this is more reminiscent of Edward Norton's Hulk, I think.
Yeah, he felt scary.
Yeah.
He felt scary, and also it wasn't as if like Spider-Man won the fight. Like he could have killed Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
it was just
he was closest.
Peter used his humanness.
Yeah. He remembered Peter.
Yeah.
Which is actually what happens in the
So
comic.
speaking of that moment, what do you think was the most emotional moment in that whole film?
Well, you know what I really liked about it? That obviously Ned and MJ, they didn't have as much screen time as they did in the last three.
Yeah.
But I thought it was perfect amount of screen time.
Yeah.
He's been trying to protect them.
Yeah. But do you
for
not
4
think...
years. But I actually thought Zendaya was the best she's ever been.
Yeah.
In that film.
I agree.
Out of any of the.
Well, they've stopped her looking like she's off the streets for a start.
Yeah.
Like
and that scene.
Like, and it felt like someone who's actually. I felt like they needed to be removed away from Peter to actually develop their own characters because they were just developing into a trio who couldn't live without each other.
Yeah.
So Spider-Man could not become Spider-Man that we know without removing himself away from them.
Yeah.
So it was necessary.
And also, what I was going to say then is the scene when they were on the rooftop and he thinks that she remembers him.
Yeah.
And it was actually Jean.
And that was so good though because I was duped. I mean, I get duped in every single thing.
Yeah.
So obviously I was like gobsmacked, jaw on the floor.
It was so well acted by Zendaya.
Yeah.
So, I'm going into theories now.
Well, hold on. Before we go into theories, what is your best emotional moment of that film?
I thought that was emotional because
of the acting of it as well.
Yeah, and also because I'm sure Peter jumped off the roof after that.
Yeah.
Was it after that?
Yeah,
and it
that's
looked
when
like
he went
he was like
into a meltdown.
That face, he was just like he looked like he just wasn't bothered.
No, it wasn't. It was after that because that's when he first mutated.
Oh,
and he mutated in that moment, didn't he? Because he grabbed her by the neck and was like, "Get out of it."
Yeah.
So it was after that was after he saw her necking with her new boyfriend.
Oh yeah.
When he did that, and that was emotional as well.
Yeah.
Like that whole swinging scene. Like there was so many good scenes in that. That was like amazing acting.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that's what the MCU's been missing. And I'm not saying everyone is a terrible actor, but just the scenes working with how well the acting is doing.
Yeah.
Like it just was like the chef's kiss moments that were happening.
And to add to that, what I really liked about it is at the end Zendaya was like, "I don't love you."
Yeah,
like that's such a good way because you can always do the cliche, they get back together,
Hollywood,
live happily ever after.
Yeah,
she doesn't love him, and she's got a boyfriend.
But you know what? That was well done as well because they gave us what we wanted to see, took it away from us, and then gave us the reality. Yeah, and I felt like that made it even more brutal when she said she doesn't love him anymore because we'd already just watched them kiss and had that moment that we all. Even though people might say they don't want it, like you secretly on inside going, "Oh, it would just be nice to see them back together."
Yeah.
But like that was well good.
And then going back to emotional moments, then another emotional moment was, and probably another one of the best scenes in the whole film is Aunt May with Jean. How good does that? That was so good. That's a perfect scene for me.
That was like because after the whole VMAX thing. I felt like, how are they gonna
and I liked
this
that
off?
because I thought VMAX was gonna be like a MacGuffin.
But I'm glad that it was like it was nothing.
Yeah,
I'm glad because it made it even more like emotional at the fact that it was the last thing his sister saw before she died.
Yeah,
she probably wasn't in the right frame of mind. Wanted to send Jean a message, but just couldn't because of her strength, and then just saw that and was like VMAX.
Yeah,
like that, and that's like how it made her death without seeing it more sad.
Yeah.
Like to understand the concept 100%. Of it, and then to finish that off by her and Jean Grey, her and Aunt May having a conversation, I was like, this is amazing.
And that is a reason why having a shared universe is so good, because you can't have moments like that.
No.
Like having Aunt May being the reason why Jean suppresses it like feels that she needs to do better.
Yeah.
It's something that like no one would have thought of doing.
Yeah.
It's a scene that like you don't expect to see when you're going to watch a Spider-Man film.
Yeah.
And
like 20 years ago
good.
as well, you would never have thought, imagine if them two like react. Imagine if Jean Grey, Famke Jensen had a moment with Uncle Ben through Tobey Maguire's mind. Like that would have just been like you'd be like, oh, that's never gonna happen. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now it is. It is. So after that, then what do you think? You said before it was nearly perfect. What was a negative for you that didn't?
Well, I like before we get to that, because I've got the exact thing. I just wanted to mention as well, Frank at the end when he puts a Spider-Man mask on. I love that. And
I've seen people say
he was doing his little grunts, John Barefoot.
What is with these grunts that he does?
loves them.
Like that's what's making him his money. Let me tell you something, man. But like, have you seen people saying the four people who played Spider-Man as Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, Tom Holland, and John Barefoot?
No, funny. Yeah,
But that was so
I
good.
mean, Punisher, he was so good. And
But they had the perfect balance between comedic relief and heartbreaking moments.
Yeah,
And then just general action.
Yeah.
Like the battle with the hand.
I mean,
Oh my god, how amazing was
so
that?
good. All of the action that Spider-Man did in that film, it was proper.
Well, they took it from the games, didn't
it
they?
felt like another level. Yeah. So there was a lot of moments where they recreated covers from from comics.
The covers. When he walked into the hospital with him.
Yeah, and then another one was when he's swinging like that and he's got the man.
Yeah. And then also all the villains at the start with Tombstone and Scorpion were all copies, weren't they? It was sick to be fair.
Okay, so going back to what I thought was working against the film and making it not perfect was the actual main villain.
Yeah.
Damage control, and it was Metzger.
Yeah.
I just don't think he
didn't have like...
He wasn't really sinister. He didn't feel like a villain.
Yeah.
Which worked towards the fact that the surprise at the end when he turns out to be the villain.
Yeah, but I think a lot of things went over, especially in my head when I first watched it. Like, I've been reading back, and the moment when he goes into damage control and he gets scanned for the first time, people are saying, well, that was actually them scanning him so that they could find his weak spots, and then they made the guns that could destroy the webs. So it's like, I think a lot of things weren't like so obvious to make them villains, and I think that underlying part made it good, but also I think they needed someone at the head of it who you wanted to like hate but didn't know why.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, I understand. I think going on to...
But so I do agree with you there, like I think it was a bit of a it was a bit of a waste to not have someone there who was like, you could tell was a bit evil. Like the whole VMAX thing, the fact that he was like, why do people keep saying this VMAX? I don't know what VMAX is. Like, I get it, but then also it made him feel a bit weak in terms of that. Like, the Hand, for me, were a bigger villain than him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, I do get it, but also it could have been done a bit more sinister.
So if you had something bad to say, not bad to say, but if you had something that you thought...
First of all, what I said before about Jean Grey, I still think it was weird for them to just segue it into a Spider-Man film, but after talking about it now, I do get it, but I do think it still stands. Like, is it rushed? Is it like... I don't know, I think we need to see Doomsday and then Secret Wars to then look back maybe retrospectively and think, did that actually work and pay off? Also, the whole mutation thing, not a negative in the sense of it being a bad plot, but the fact that he's now made something that can suppress mutant powers, how's that going to develop, or is it going to be missed in the future?
This is what I was going on to when I was talking about theories.
Yeah.
So, Spider-Man has now made the
anti-mutant object, really?
the suppressor, the mutant power suppressor, which is, come to the comics, it was the inhibitor collars.
Yeah.
So that's what's going to develop, and it's going to be from Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Hang on. What?
Pause.
Okay. Now, Metzger, he's obviously going to use that.
Yeah.
He's going to use that against mutants.
He's going to be the striker. Who is it who makes the
No, it's not
the-
strikers.
the Sentinels again?
Trask.
Trask. He's going to be the Trask, really, isn't he? They're not. I don't think they're going to bring in Trask. I think they're going to use him and his damage control as the Trask.
Maybe it'll all be
Trask
linked.
thing.
It'll all be linked. They're
Or they're going to have like a mutant division, and it'll be Trask who's the head of that.
They're going
but
to
I think
end up
it'll be damage control.
developing Sentinels. However, this technology that was developed by Spider-Man is going to work against him because Magneto is going to now go for him.
Yeah.
100%. And then also Jean Grey doing what she's done. Obviously she's young, she wanted to find her sister. She's got incredible power, she was using it. This is why people are going to be scared of mutants.
Yeah.
This is why...
Well, do you think they'll know what happened to them?
Well, no, but...
In New York, everyone's stopping.
Well, yeah, they'll find out because people like Metzger will publicly release it and say this mutant
has done
did this to the city. They were going into your mind without consent.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But
this is going to lead into X-Men versus Avengers.
My issue with it all, and I will always say this, even though they are meant to be in every X-Men timeline, because that's basically what makes the X-Men. I just hate Sentinels being in everything. I want to see a timeline where they don't have it, but I feel like for everything to happen where the X-Men get to a certain point, they need to happen because of Genosha and things like that. They need to have that like fear that drives them to Krakoa. If you've played like X-Men Legends, like you know, watched X-Men '97, they were all the way through that in the originals as well. Like they are always there, but are they needed to make the X-Men who they are, or could they be sacrificed for something else?
Sacrificed. It's the canon events. There wouldn't be a Genosha without Sentinels or Master Mold.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it has, and we've not seen Master Mold or Genosha, like or the.
But then they need to do it right. But Genosha in live action could either go two of one ways. Two of one ways. Is that
one of two ways.
One of two ways. Like it's either going to be really good or really bad.
No, it'll be really good.
I don't think I'll also be ready to watch something like that happen. If they have Leech in it again, I'll be devastated.
Anyway, before we move on to the rankings, I want to say one more thing about Brand New Day. And basically, when the review embargo was lifted and the early reactions came out, I seen a lot of movie critics saying that the film was bad. And the film was bad because it was too fast paced, it was overstuffed, and there was too much setup. However, you do want a fast paced. It's a comic book movie. Yeah. It's a comic book movie. You want fast paced. You want it to be overstuffed because you want things to be constantly happening to be entertained. And it's a shared universe. You want setup because you want to be teased for the next film. Yeah. So, and that's how it's always been with Marvel and the MCU, and that's what's always worked. There's a reason why there was that Brand New Day got 98% fan rating on Rotten Tomatoes, and it was because it was everything that Spider-Man and Marvel fans and comic book movie fans wanted to see. And there's also a reason why it made £1 billion in its opening weekend, and that's because fast-paced, overstuffed and set up is what people want to see. And so when Doomsday comes out, right, if I see reactions that say Doomsday was a bad film because it was overstuffed, it was fast-paced, and there was too much setup.
What are you going to do?
Well, I'll be made up because I'll be excited because that's exactly what I want to see.
That is what we want to see.
It's a movie about the multiverse collapsing and it's got 100 characters in it.
Yeah.
I want it to be like the last half an hour of Endgame on steroids.
Yeah.
So if you want a slow-paced comic book movie, you end up with the Joker, Filet Do, or however you say it, or Eternals, which historically they flop. They don't do well at the box office. They get panned by critics and fans. It's not what the people want to see. So if you want to leave a smart arse review, or you want to watch a slow-paced film, go and watch Lawrence of Arabia and review that.
Or The Odyssey.
No disrespect to
Lawrence of Arabia.
No disrespect to film critics rant over.
Yeah, when are we just going to realise Hollywood and Meryl Streep hate superhero films. And that is basically the tagline of how everything will be for the next 5 years.
Why Meryl Streep?
Because she just keeps coming out and stating superhero films.
Does she?
Yeah.
I don't know, I've not seen it. I've seen Scorsese saying it.
Yeah, Scorsese, Meryl Streep and Hollywood all hate superhero films. But let people hate it because people hating it. And it's competition. And it makes everyone want to be better. And it makes everyone want to do better. And that's what we've seen this past weekend. It's earned $1 billion at the box office over one weekend. That, to me, is what is making it good. Keep critiquing it. Keep saying it's shit because it's only going to make it better for all of us who actually enjoy it. And that is what the best part of it is.
And it's actually unprecedented what Spider-Man's doing at the box office. Like, it's beaten Endgame on Mondays domestically. It had the best Monday ever domestically.
Yeah.
And it had the best Tuesday ever domestically. So it's actually going to be... It's probably going to be near enough, $2.5 billion to near enough Endgame, and it's only Spider-Man on his own. That shows you how good the Spider-Man content has been recently.
And it shows you how much everyone loves Spider-Man.
Yeah,
like, everyone at the cinemas was dressed up, like, it was great. It was just boss watching everyone come out. Anyway, speaking of everyone loving Spider-Man, let's
get to the rankings then.
Number 11th, so there's 11 films. Number 11 for me, do you want to go first or me?
I feel like I want you to go first.
Okay, Amazing Spider-Man 2. Right, reasoning is, so I have watched all these, me and Ryan have both watched all these recently. Amazing Spider-Man 2, far too heavy on the romance, like making every decision in that film. It was just too much. I was getting a bit bored of it in the end. Amazing Spider-Man 1, yeah, it was nice to see that. But then Amazing Spider-Man 2, it was just far too heavy. Like, the whole I love you on the bridge and everything. Like, it was just getting a bit too much. And then the fact that she was leaving and then came back and then died. Like, it was just far too set up to make everyone heartbroken for her being dead. I can't
Go
speak.
the wheel.
Heartbroken, literally, wearing me aloe. Heartbroken for her dying. So, yeah, that's the reason why I am rating that number 2. Number 11.
Number 11, okay. So, number 11 for me was Far From Home.
Interesting.
And the reason I've put Far From Home, and let it be said, right, I do not like any Spider-Man film. I love every single one. But this is a ranking. And
so
there has to be a bottom. And for me, it was Far From Home because when I watched it last week, I just didn't enjoy it as much as I thought it would. It was a cringe fest. There was a lot of cringy dialogue and a lot of forced humour. And also, I just don't think you need to take Spider-Man out to friggin' Prague.
Yeah, okay. Right, moving on.
I also I didn't like the elemental stuff. And I know, but there is good, very, very good aspects of that film.
Yeah.
One of that being Mysterio. I thought he was good, thought it was done well. And the scene where Spider-Man uses his Spidey senses and, when Mysterio's doing his illusions to him was very well done. So that was my 11. What's yours? What's your 10?
My 10, which I think is going to cause some aggravation, but I had to rank them somewhere, and it's all based on what my initial things are. So
bring it.
Spider-Man 3. Based on the fact that I did not enjoy Tobey Maguire in that film, like being evil Spider-Man.
Come on.
But
Bully Maguire. He was iconic.
I just couldn't deal with it. But I also didn't like Hobgoblin in that. Like, there was just aspects of it that just didn't really felt like it fit the character.
He wasn't
like,
Hobgoblin. It was just another Green Goblin, man.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
But then I just didn't like the whole transferring of that to James Franco. Didn't really like Spider-Man. But then the things that stopped it from being the bottom were what's her face, Gwen Stacy, Bryce Dallas Howard.
Yeah.
And because I just love Bryce Dallas Howard and everything. And then also I do really like what's his face, Sandman. In that film, I think he is a good character, and I think he set it up very well, which was really nice to see him in No Way Home. Moving on, Ryan, 10.
My 10 was TASM 1.
Okay.
The Amazing Spider-Man 1. I love Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. I think he was a great Spider-Man. I don't think he was that much of a great Peter Parker, but I think he was a really good Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I don't like the Amazing Spider-Man 1 suit that well. And I really, really, really hate the lizard in that.
Okay,
I
interesting.
don't like the way it looks. He's got a flat face. He's not got a lizard face. I don't know. I do like the actor who plays him. What is it, Rhys Ifans?
Yeah.
And yeah, it just didn't. It didn't. Again, when on rewatch, I didn't enjoy it as much as others.
Okay, perfect.
But
go on.
I do love Emma Stone as Gwen Stacy. I really do.
She is good. Right, moving on. Number 9 for me, on the back of Ryan, was Amazing Spider-Man 1. Amazing Spider-Man 1, from what Ryan had said, I rated this above Amazing Spider-Man 2 because it was the initial viewing and like the first of us seeing those two characters, and I think they were great together. Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone. I also really liked the dynamic between Gwen Stacy's dad and Spider-Man in that film. I thought that really was entertaining to watch in that film, and it was also reminiscent, well, Brand New Day was reminiscent between the police chief and Spider-Man, of this dynamic in Amazing Spider-Man 1, so that's why it wasn't bottom, but I did enjoy that film.
Fair enough. Well, my number 9 was Spider-Man 3. And
wait, what was your bottom one? Oh, Far From Home.
And I actually don't mind Spider-Man 3. I know a lot of people say there was too many villains,
but then that's what we like.
Yeah.
That's what we like.
And yeah, I do love. I mean, yeah, it is cringy when he gets the black suit and he's doing.
But it is funny.
He's doing the Bully Maguire dance, but it is funny. It's
but at the time, everyone hated that.
Yeah,
Watching back, it is good.
The reason why I've got it so low is Venom. It's just so bad. He's just not Eddie Brock for me. The Venom suit wasn't symbiotic, and
it was a weird choice.
He was the same size as Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like, even as Venom.
Yeah.
And I just that didn't hit well for me, and I am disagreeing with you. I don't like Sandman.
Don't you?
No.
Interesting. Okay.
I don't like him.
What makes you not like him?
I don't know if there's an actual reason.
Sometimes you just don't like things, and that's fine.
Yeah, because like they did the whole retcon thing about him killing Uncle Ben.
Yeah.
So he killed Uncle Ben,
which I think was a plot flaw. To be fair, it did make it feel a bit like grabbing at straws, like they just wanted to throw in a plot line for him, and then did that.
Yeah, they wanted to make it an emotion.
But I did quite like it.
Yeah,
I quite liked the way it was all wrong, and it did make us question that Uncle Ben thing, which I'm just sick of seeing. But then also, right, okay.
Anyway, moving on.
8 for me, Far From Home. So on top of what Ryan said, I do agree with all of those points. What keeps it above that for me is I did like Mysterio as a bad guy. Like, I felt like the ending was really a punch in Spider-Man's face, and I liked the fact that it wasn't all resolved, and it made it 10 times worse for the future. And a lot of what's gone on now is because of that film, and I think that deserves a lot of credit to have that storyline still playing out a bit. But yeah, I really liked that, the way that it didn't fully just finish as a happy ending.
But my number 8 was TASM 2.
So what?
So we literally got we've got the same movie so far. The Amazing Spider-Man 2, and it's a shame that you've got to rank the Andrew Garfield film so low, because I actually do really like his Spider-Man, but the films just weren't that
and to be honest,
as good as other films, and
what's his name? Jamie Foxx. I don't like him as a bad guy.
The dorky style or whatever they are going on for Electro was weird. And the Norman Osborn thing, like, I don't even know. I can't even remember what it was that was going on with him. He just died, didn't he? And then Harry Osborn in that
was disgusting, by the way. And I didn't like Harry Osborn in that.
Yeah, I didn't like Harry Osborn in that.
I didn't think it was a good choice of actor.
And then the Rhino was just. Yeah, he wasn't the Rhino. It was just and I know a Rhino was a man in a suit, but that was too much of a man in a suit.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
I get you.
So yeah, my 8 was TASM 2.
Okay, number 7 for me, Across the Spider-Verse.
Oh my god, I've got Across the Spider-Verse.
Did you? Yeah.
That's our first one that we've got a line.
Yeah. But we've got pretty much all of them just similarly lined. Across the Spider-Verse, great sequel, but also just didn't really like the ending.
Nah, I know. Also for me, it was nowhere near as good enough as the first one. For me, just weren't.
Yeah.
I can't give a specific reason why. I just remember watching it and thinking this isn't good as the first one.
Yeah. Okay, moving on. Number 6, Homecoming. Homecoming for me, I didn't like the first time. On a rewatch, I really, really liked not Kiefer Sutherland. What's his name?
Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton as the Vulture, and I thought having Laura Harrier, or whatever her name is.
Laura Harrier,
yeah.
I said Hill.
Yeah, I don't know. Having her and him being her dad, I just really liked. I thought it was a great plot, and I felt like he was evil, and I felt like he was really like, the scene when you find out he's her dad was, I just love that cliche. Like it's like the 21 Jump Street cliche. It's like that cliche where you find out it's the daughter's, the villain's daughter or something. I just really enjoy. So yeah, that's why I picked that as number 7.
That was 6.
Number 6.
My 6 was Spider-Man 1.
Okay.
And I mean, we're going into films here that I really love, like, do you know what I mean? So the reason why I've got Spider-Man 1 at 6 and not higher is just because, I mean, I've got it quite high, I'd say, because of it set the bar.
Yeah.
It started everything really. I know Blade was the first one, but Spider-Man shown how good Spider-Man could be live action.
Yeah.
I just don't think it holds up as well in nowadays as it did back then. Even though Green Goblin was a great villain, he's, you know, what's his name? He plays him, can't remember. William Dafoe, fantastic. And Tobey Maguire introduced as Peter Parker. I mean, iconic. But I just like other films better.
Okay,
number 5.
Yeah, number 5, Spider-Man 1 for me. Spider-Man 1 being up there is because specifically of the... Oh wait, it wasn't even that film. What's the film where he does the train?
That's Spider-Man 2.
Fuck's sake. Right, well maybe it's not because of that. Spider-Man 1, I just really like, it's nostalgic to me. I remember watching it when I was a kid on VHS. I remember how evil Willem Dafoe was in it. Like, it's just a great film with a great villain and a great setup of a Tobey Maguire universe.
Okay. I've got Homecoming as 5.
And that's so funny.
So we're quite aligned.
Yeah.
I mean, Homecoming, it's still a little bit cringy. But I just thought I agree with you on the villain. I think the villain was great. I like the introduction of the Spider-Man world into the MCU. They linked it well with Iron Man, and the scene where the boat splits in half.
Yeah.
And he's trying to
keep it together.
Yeah, he's trying to keep it together, and then Iron Man comes in and saves it.
Yeah,
it's good.
It is a good scene.
And then in the end, Spider-Man is the one that ends up defeating Vulture himself in his original suit and stops them from robbing all of the equipment.
Yeah. That
is being moved, all of Stark's stuff.
Yeah. So
in the end, Spider-Man was right and Tony was wrong.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, it's great. Good ranking. So number 4 for me, No Way Home. Right. No Way Home, great film. Rides on nostalgia for me a bit too much, but it was great seeing all the villains. Willem Dafoe is the reason why it's above Spider-Man 1, is because I think Willem Dafoe's acting in that is better than in Spider-Man 1. Also, just great ending. Great, like, drawing on the emotions. Great rounding up Gwen Stacy dying for Andrew Garfield and being saved. But it's just, I prefer the other ones better.
I've got number 4, No Way Home as well.
Okay.
And I was surprised because when I first watched it, I thought it was the best thing ever. But now that I've rewatched it, I know that I was very much riding a nostalgia wave.
Yeah.
There's a lot. I mean, the nostalgia for me would put it at number 1.
Yeah.
However, there's so much cringy stuff.
Yeah.
There's so much cringy dialogue.
Yeah.
And John Watts is a criminal with that. Like, he makes all of his films feel very kiddie. And that's what made Far From Home bottom for me.
Yeah.
The dialogue was cringy. I mean, Doctor Strange is going, Scooby-Doo that shit. Like, he would never say that.
Yeah.
There's loads of plot holes in it. Like, you know, apparently, like, Doctor Strange says, everyone who knows you're Peter Parker is now coming into the universe. But Electro didn't know he was Peter Parker.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Then there's the one about everyone goes back to the universe, dies, but a lot of them, no, Sandman didn't die. I don't know whether that was. I think
that didn't really make sense. Like, if they're all going back, what does it mean for them? Because they're all meant to be dead.
Yeah.
So
then, you know, Doctor Strange hanging in the mirror dimension for 9 hours would not happen.
Yeah.
It just wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
He'd get out of it instantly.
Yeah.
And it just felt like they just tried to come up with whatever they could in a short space of time to get all 3 Spider-Men on the same screen, which is fair enough.
But then just get Jonathan Hickman in to make that reality.
Yeah. So it would be number 1 based like on all of the the villains that we had, the nostalgia. But it's been brought down massively because on rewatch because of them things.
Yeah. Okay. Number 3, Spider-Man 2. Purely, it is one of the best superhero films for me that has existed, and it deserves to be up there. Even though I do think things have topped it from now. I just love Alfred Molina. Like, anything he is in is just fantastic for me. And his villain in that, like, he goes from like his mentor to then like just wanting to kill everything, like, is just fantastic. Just a top tier film, top tier Spider-Man, peak Tobey Maguire. But I just do prefer the other 2 better.
Yeah, I've got Spider-Man 2 as my number 3 as well. And I agree with everything you just said. So
perfect.
Let's go to number 2.
Yeah. Number 2 for me, Into the Spider-Verse.
I've got Into the Spider-Verse number 2. So we got the same top 3, which is shit.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to argue.
No, that's so funny. Into the Spider-Verse number 2, like, fantastic film, absolutely unreal. But I just feel like it's my maybe being a bit too critiquing of a cartoon film being number 1. If something for me has captured what Spider-Verse can capture, but then in a live action film, it's going to take the top spot for me, and that for me is what Brand New Day does. Brand New Day, live action, like, just feels like you're playing the Insomniac games. Like, it was just seeing Peter at New York, no one knows him. Like, just next step, get Black Cat in for me, get all the villains who like talk to him. Like, I don't know why I'm loving Black Cat today, but I do just think it's the best Spider-Man film that has come out.
Yeah, I mean, I remember watching Into the Spider-Verse for the first time and I was blown away.
Yeah.
I was like, that was the best animated film I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
I just loved it. But yeah, I agree with you. I wanted to put a live action one, and I am so a sucker for recency bias. I am, because you know what, if No Way Home would have came out last week, I'd have probably put that one.
But like, we've just got to maybe have this chat in a year's time and talk about the top 2 again and see if we still agree with the fact that Brand New Day is number 1, or does Into the Spider-Verse take the top spot. But anyway, there are rankings basically. What we want you to do is comment your rankings of all the films, and let's have a discussion in the comments, because I'm so eager to see if you agree with us or not. Do you agree more with Ryan in the rankings? Like, I mean, we are pretty similar. Or like the bottom 4, where would you rank those bottom 4? Because I think they're the hardest ones to rank, and it just does come down to me for preference.
Or just say if you agree or disagree in the comments and tell us why. Before we go, one thing I wanted to say. What's your thoughts on Samara Weaving as Emma Frost?
I really like it. I was watching the advert for a Samara Weaving film the other day. It's the one where she's on that island with...
I don't know, I've not seen any advert.
Oh God,
an advert or a film?
For a film, yeah.
Oh, an advert for a film. Oh, Ready or Not?
No, it's not Ready or Not, but I do love that. Ready or Not is a great film, and she's fantastic in that. It's the one with what's his name who's in Forgetting Sarah Marshall, and he's in Slapping the Bears.
Paul Rudd?
No, the other one. Who's his mate?
Forgot his name now.
Steven Seagal or something?
Steven Seagal. No, not Steven Seagal. That's the fighter.
Steven Seagal? Steven
Seagal.
I don't know that one, but like, it looked, her character in it looked good, and she looked like a girl boss, and I feel like for her, she's got to be girl boss on steroids, and I think she's got the potential to do it, because every film she's done, she is being a girl boss. Ready or Not, she's going around shooting everyone. In that film, she's trying to kill her husband. Like, it looked good, so I am excited for that.
Right, Kit Connor as Cyclops and Sadie Sink as Jean Grey. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, this has just come out, hasn't it, that he's been cast. Is it a lie or not? But I do like it. I like them together. Similar ages. Cyclops, I do have a love-hate relationship with him, and I feel like Kit Connor would do that for me, because sometimes he does just look like I just get pissed off with him, and I feel like that's what I need for Cyclops. He's like Chris Evans in a way with Captain America. He's got that same justice mindset, and it sometimes is annoying, and I feel like Kit Connor could pull that off. If that's a backhanded compliment, I'm sorry. But then also, Sadie saying fantastic. Comment below, like, subscribe, give us your thoughts. We're really interested in it because this is our first video where we've done something like this and we've just chatted shit for an hour. So please let us know what you think and we'll see you in the comments. Say bye.
See you later.